Hi, and welcome to Crypto Revolution. I'm William Woody. Normally, you can't see my eyes. I'm buried under my shades. But tonight, I'm here to talk to you about a product, actually a couple of products, sent from Rokid, a leading manufacturer of augmented reality products in China. They've just celebrated their 10-year anniversary. They have been rocking it that long, and they have sent me the Rokid Max 2 and the Rokid Station 2, and we are going to unbox them both and see what is inside. Here is the Max 2. Here's the unboxing. These videos are all the rage. We got a product in a package. Delightful package. Oh, let's tear it. Rip it open. Oh, that freckled hand is struggling a little bit, but there we go. Leave nobody behind. Almost there. Yeah, got it. So they really thought out this packaging. A really sturdy carrying case for the glasses themselves, if my camera will focus. The QR code there, so you can scan in and figure out what you're doing right there immediately. Slide it open, and now a little foam there to keep it in sturdy, and the glasses themselves. Let's take a closer look. So it's got a cover over the lenses. No light is getting through that cover. That is if you're using it as a closer to a virtual reality device. It's got little projectors in the lenses. All the goods. Peel those stickers away. Should be an ASMR video. Really struggling with this one, huh? There we go. Let's spotlight some features here. It's astonishing to me how discreet everything is here. More things to peel. Yeah. Get those stickers off, you freckled hands. Focus, camera, focus. This is important. Dials there to adjust for any myopia you may have, up to a certain degree. So the Rokid Max 2 doesn't have a battery. You can plug it into a monitor, or to a computer, with an adapter. But you can also have the Rokid Station 2, which is a portable computer in and of itself. And there I am tearing it open. This is the silver model. Some really well thought out packaging for all that. This feels like an invitation to some sort of incredible party. Oh, I'm invited to Voldemort's birthday. Protective case there for the station. So now let's get it out of the box. Phone. But it is perfectly compatible with the glasses. Peel that off. That is a touchpad. That is not a screen. This rubber case here. This fits right over it. Click. The USB-C input on the back of the left over-the-ear arm. That is how the glasses get their power and their signal. Just to cut down on size to keep it everything compact. There is no battery inside the glasses, but they will draw power from the Station 2. There are discrete volume controls and power controls on the bottom of the right side. With these shades over the glasses, over the lenses, it's essentially a light virtual reality device because you cannot see anything through it. Notice you can't see my hand. All you see is a reflection. You have to take the blockers off, and now we have transparent lenses with those delightful peely covers off. I just wish people would send me more things that I could peel. Little plastic. So satisfying. Anyway, now we have some transparency. Now we can see through those lenses, but no one can see, except us, the light being projected
Now, this is AR. I was talking to a friend of mine who knew what virtual reality is, but not augmented reality. So there are projectors inside of these lenses. Here is a glance of kind of what it looks like inside of the machine here. So as you see, it's obviously much stabler with the thing being on your head. So here I am looking around. You can have up to 3 windows at a time. Imagine if you're a stock trader, you might have something on the left, something on the right. I'm just opening up a few windows here. Oh, this is dull. Let's get to the window action. Here. So I got a cartoon playing on one side here. Got an article there, a thing there, and you got them all. It's set up very well. There are more buttons on the station than I am quite accustomed to yet. I think there's be a little bit of a learning curve there. There's some kind of proof of concept software. They could have used better writing, better Americanization. It's pretty bare bones, but it's there. It's, and when you're watching this little guy, he's in 3D. But this is honestly not why you're likely to buy the hardware. It's more just kind of showing what it can do. What you would want is really this, you got something on your right and left, and it's a competitor with the Apple headset. It is one thing the Apple headset is not, which is much more portable. So if you do a lot of traveling, working on the go, and just need something that you can contain in a very small, compact space in your briefcase, in your laptop bag, whatever, that is really what something like this would be absolutely ideal for. And it's sort of like, I don't know if you've ever seen a movie where they have a double exposure. Somebody's meditating on the fate of the city, and you see their face and the city at the same time. So if you're at a coffee shop or something wearing these, using them as a computer, you can see if somebody comes up to talk to you, you can greet your barista, that sort of thing. I have long imagined a product just like these for film production of characters with unique costumes. I've done stuff before where I've had a player wear a mask that completely obscures his vision with like green screen animation, kind of like a jack-o'-lantern before. And I've often wondered about putting a pair of glasses, much like the Rokid Max, on that actor under the helmet with some sort of a little webcam hidden on his lapel or something, so he has visibility even while he's in something that covers the entirety of his face. Now, that's a very particular case usage, but I think these would be great for remote work. If you're out and about anywhere away from home, they can act as a computer monitor. So you put them on, you plug them into this guy, or your own computer with an adapter that Rokid also offers, and just projected in front of you in this augmented space, you've got a monitor here, a monitor here, a monitor here, and you can look and you can see where the monitors are, and they're locked in there in space. So even if you turn your head, they don't move. But it also offers a sport mode, which locks the screen you're looking at in front of you. So no matter where you're looking, the screen is going to stay centered in your field of view. I really enjoyed watching some Amazon Prime video on it last night. Excellent picture. It gives it this sort of 3D pop. I really miss the 3D movies. I wish there would be more of them, but this gives you that because it has a distinct screen for each eye, and that's what allows a 3-dimensional image to pop out at you. And I really enjoyed that. They have their own operating system which is much more ubiquitous in China. Rokid runs on a unique operating system, much more well-known over in China. It has wide device compatibility, apps for iOS, Android, major players there, with the adapter from an HDMI to a USB-C from your computer graphics card. You can use Rokid Max as a computer monitor while you're the passenger of any vehicle. I think this would be a great way to entertain yourself. Like I said, the visual quality of the product is stellar. There's just amazing luminance. The picture is crystal clear, even beyond 1080. It's about, it simulates a massive screen just a handful of feet away from you. It is large and in charge and in your face, and it is lovely. Now, I will say, we are on the cusp of James Bond level tech. We're not quite there yet. Now, as discreet as these look, and my props to their visual design and their engineering team, they have really created an excellent and discreet product here. It doesn't quite pass. For instance, so here are the sunglasses I'm normally rocking when I host this channel. So, right here, here's going to be the difference. This is, I don't know, centimeter, 2 centimeters. It's clear I'm wearing normal sunglasses. The Rokids, because of all the hardware inside of this, they put a bit of unnatural distance. Like you can see my eye, I can look right at you. Plus, if you're carrying the Rokid station, the Rokid station with you too, you gotta run a wire from here to the Rokid station. It's astonishing to me that there is no battery in this, that it actually takes its power from whatever it's plugged into, and that saves on space, makes this thing smaller, but it's still, especially with the cable running down from your ear, you're gonna look more Secret Service than Secret Agent. We're not quite at the, RoboCop and Terminator, see somebody's face, get an analysis of it in your own heads-up display, and get a link to their Facebook profile and all that. We're 5 years away, 10 years away. But it is still some pretty incredible tech. Just a few thoughts. This piece here that rests right against the forehead, it gets pretty warm. And basically it's like, hey, there's a computer power supply. I'm going to rest it on my face. It's not like burning or anything, but it's a, it feels sort of like an electric blanket on the face at some point. And I was noticing I was getting a little warm there. So if you live in a cold environment, it'll warm you up. This thing gets really toasty. This would work as an excellent hand warmer or something, doubling as that while you're using it. So for movie watching and all that, you really don't want light. So if you don't want to see what's past the lenses, you want to put this little cover on, lock it on, and no light comes through the front. I think in the future, I would love to see them make something like a blinder to go on the sides, to block out light coming in for that purpose, because the light pollution, can kind of frustrate the image that's being projected. But that's the augmentation versus the reality. Do you want the screen, or do you want to see through it? So this is it's straddling the line between virtual reality and reality with this augmented reality model. It's a very cool concept. But anyway, it's closer to virtual reality when you are in a totally dark environment and all you can see is the screen. Based on the AR thing, you could walk around while wearing this. I wouldn't. I would be, that distance between the lens and the eye feels a little... I would get self-conscious, and anybody making more than a passing glance at you would be, why is he wearing his sunglasses so far from his eyes? But inside of a coffee shop, or in an office, anywhere where you just need to sit down and get some work done, but also be able to interact with people, there you go. You don't have to look down at your phone. You don't have to adjust your monitor at all because it's right there. You can just, with a couple of clicks, it's exactly where you want it. I like the way the Rokid station works as a laser pointer or a touchpad. That's a very fascinating feature, and I think that's really cool technology. I love that we can do that, slide around, swipe around, and click on it. New shirt, shades on. I'm bringing this home. In conclusion, this is a really cool project. It's super immersive. I had a lot of fun messing with it, watching stuff on it. Really hope Rokid doesn't want it back. I love the spatial photos and videos. Now, at the moment, Rokid AR Spatial does not have GMS certification. What does that mean? Well, it means YouTube and Netflix, some of those sites or those services are not directly accessible, meaning there's not an app on the Rokid system for them yet. They are knocking, they are pounding pavement, they are going to open that door eventually. In the meantime, you can still access YouTube and Netflix just via the websites. There's just not a super handy smartphone-esque app yet. If you are cool with waiting for the GMS certified version that will have access to a YouTube and Netflix app of that nature, you can pre-order now and get a $20 discount. Links are in the video description below. But if you're thinking, I don't need that GMS thing, and you want your AR Spatial right now, it's totally cool. You can get the current model with a chunky full $100 off. It's up to you. It's what you prefer. What do you need? What suits your preferences? Take a moment to think about it. Make your decision. This is an exclusive offer you do not want to miss on. Make your move. Check it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the revolution.